You need a dream. Everyone needs a dream. And today's session, today's presentation, I'm going to talk about the importance of having a dream. What is your dream? I mean, many people will talk about Martin Luther King, and he spoke about he had a dream, and his dream came to pass in some shape or form, but he wasn't even around to see the fulfillment of his dream. And sometimes that's a lesson even for all of us, that we may not see the fulfillment of our dream. And sometimes a dream will cost your life. That's the reality. But a dream is worth having, and a dream is worth living. So what is your dream? So I want to say a dream is something that gives you direction. It gives you focus. It gives you a vision for your future. A dream pulls you forward when feelings fade. You were created for something meaningful. You were created for something purposeful. You were created for a dream. What is your dream? What is it that wakes you up in the morning? What is it that makes you feel alive? If you don't design your future, your life will design it for you. So you have to be intentional, and you have to be able to consider, what is your dream? A dream is having a clear picture in your mind of a future that you desire. And yes, sometimes we don't take the time out to consider what that dream is. But you need to start thinking, what is it that you want to experience? It is a vision mixed with belief and commitment. A real dream demands action, not just imagination. That's where many of us go wrong, when we've got a dream, but it just lives in the corner of our mind. Your dream is to live outside of you. You're supposed to engage with your dream, and you're supposed to see your dream go from a picture to a reality. Why must you have something to look forward to in life? Because if you don't, life gets too hard, because life is so challenging. And when you don't have hope, then why do you want to go ahead? And that's why it's important to have a dream. Purpose makes sacrifice meaningful. It makes it worthwhile. Yes, when we've got a purpose, when we've got a dream, sometimes we have to sacrifice. Sometimes when you've got a dream to buy that house, you're probably not buying all the clothes that you like, and you're probably not going on all the holidays that you want, and you're probably not buying all the cars that you want, because your dream is to have a home that you own. Sometimes when you've got a dream to be a designer, you might have to sacrifice the things that come every day, because you're saving up for your Mac, or you're saving up for your PC, or you're saving up for some. Like, when you've got a dream, there's a sacrifice involved. And a lot of times the sacrifice is worthwhile when you know why you're actually dreaming. Hope strengthens you during the hard seasons. When I have had dreams in my life, like, my dream is to make sure that every child can have a mentor, is to create mentoring experiences that transform the lives of young people. And I have had this dream for many years, and when I've been walking towards this dream, sometimes I've been crawling towards this dream, sometimes I've been in a ditch, sometimes I've been in a corner or in a pit, sitting down crying, because life is so hard. But what has helped me to go forward is because I can see the dream, I can see the glint in the eyes of the young people, I can see that mentors are being birthed, and mentors are being able to transform young lives, and that dream helps me to get up, and it helps me to get past the hardship of life. So I want to say to you, if you don't have a dream, how are you going to go forward, and how are you going to overcome the challenging times in life? And when you've got a dream, and the tomorrow that you are dreaming becomes clearer, your today becomes powerful. I'm telling you honestly, when you're watching the dreams of others, when you're scrolling and you're looking at what people are doing, and you're seeing them living their best lives, when you might get excited by their best lives, and you might get excited by the activity that they're doing in their best lives, but you need to understand that you have a best life. And you might be distracted by scrolling, and, you might be seeing everything everyone else is doing, but what is your dream? And you need to understand that your today will become powerful when your tomorrow becomes clearer. What happens when you don't have a dream? When you don't have a dream, you settle for survival. You settle for just getting by. You settle for just struggling. instead of significance, instead of moving forward. You drift into routes that were not meant for you. You drift into routes that draw you towards shrinking into low potential. And on your untapped greatness becomes quiet and it fades away. Do you know that when you was born, there was a mandate on your life. There was a purpose on your life. There was a calling on your life. There was something that you were meant to do. So you might not be feeling it now. You might not know, I don't have a dream. You might be thinking that, but you have got a dream and there's something for you to achieve. And the way that you achieve it is by identifying a plan. You've got to be able to identify your dream by identifying a plan. And you identify your dream by saying, what excites you? Ask yourself, what excites you? What makes you feel, I'm excited about that? A lot of times you might be looking on the external, but on the inside is where you're going to get answers for your dream. Notice what problems you want to solve. What are the things that really speak to you? Pay attention to what energizes you deeply. Listen to the vision that keeps returning. What keeps on returning that you keep putting down, but it keeps on returning? That's how you identify a dream. And how do you create your dream? You create your dream by writing it down. It doesn't have to be the most elaborate plan, but write it down. Break it into measurable milestones. Ask people around you to help you to be able to identify your dream and to be able to create it, and remove the distractions, because the distractions in life will stop you from going towards your dream. And commit to consistent action. Dreams need action. Even though they started in the imagination, they need action for application. The cost of pursuing a dream is a real one. So I just want to give you this one so you're not like sugar-coated or feeling that a dream's going to be easier. Dreams, it's really difficult. Dreams require growth. You need to grow into the person that will achieve the dream. And criticism will test your conviction, because people will criticize you when you share your big dreams with small thinkers. They're going to say, what do you want to do that for? Why do you want to save up for that? Why do you want to sacrifice for that? Or why do you want to go there to do that? You're always going to have some kind of test that's going to come against your dream, and delay will strengthen your patience. Even though you got a dream, I'm telling you, a lot of times it's going to take longer to achieve than you have perceived it will. Like, you might be optimistic that it's going to take a year, but in reality, it might take 4 years. You might think it's going to take 5 years, and in reality, it may take 15. So you have to understand that this is a reality. And there's blessings that you will get from pursuing your dream. And I want you to understand that I am here for you. And I hope that this has stirred up a fire in you. And I hope that you are feeling some kind of conviction towards moving forward. And I want to pray for you that you will achieve your dream. Dear Lord, I come right now before you as I am doing this video, and I pray for this person that is watching and hearing this video right now. I pray that you would help them to achieve their dream. Whatever their dream is, whatever their passion is, whatever their aspiration is, I pray that you would help them and give them the skill set that they need to achieve their dream. Give them the heart posture, give them the resources, give them the plan, give them the people, give them the persistence, give them the determination to go forward. I pray that they won't stop when they make mistakes. I pray that they won't stop when they've got obstacles to overcome. I pray that they won't stop because people are criticizing them. I pray that they won't stop because the circumstances don't match. I pray that they will go beyond where they are. I pray that you give them the discipline. I pray you give them the focus. I pray you give them the wisdom. I pray you give them the people to be accountable to. I pray you give them all of the things they need to achieve their dream, because they are worthy of their dream. You have created them for a life that is worthy of achieving. So I pray that you give them the strength, the purpose, the meaning, and the know-how to go forward, and the people. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen. So I'm giving you some homework right now to achieve your dream. So listen, write down your life that you want. The life that you want, write it down. And that's like the start. Like, just get paper out and do it, and identify 3 goals that you can tied to that vision. The dream could be you need to go college, or you need to go uni, or you need to get this job, or you need to do some research, or whatever it is. You need to do something to start. Like a car that is parked cannot be steered, but you can steer a car when it's driving. So start moving. List 5 habits you must develop. Whatever those habits are, list them and remove one distraction this week, whatever it is, and take one bold action within 48 hours. One bold action towards your dream. So I want to say thank you for being with me today. Sharing is caring. So share this with somebody. And I want you to apply what you're learning in today's session. I want you to one day give me a message and say, I watched your video in this year and I am doing this. And I remember it's when I heard that video and I got up and I done something about it. So I want to say, get on the bike, get on the road, and go on your journey and achieve your dream, because we all need a dream. Take care, and I'll see you again next week.